Okay, let's go get some drink. Maybe I should cut some more lights on in here. Shoot. Trying to think if I should go over here. Excuse me, be over here at the wonder if I should be over here rather than getting the glare from this television. I think what I'm gonna do is turn this thing this way and see if we can get a better view. Gonna give everybody a couple of minutes, couple extra minutes to get in the room. I'm gonna step away. I ain't going nowhere, but I'm just gonna step away because I want to give you guys a chance to get your libations, get your cigar lit, get you a stiff drink. If you already ain't got one, since it's the 4th of July. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. So I'm gonna step away for a second. I need to go get some more ice. So I'm waiting for cats to get in the room. So stand by. I haven't gone to another planet. I'm just going to take care of a couple of things, and I'll be right back at you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me invite some folks into the room. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like it when you right there. Let me holler at my man real quick. Man, how many Facebook pages does my aunt have? Man, my aunt got about 3 Facebook pages. Go on then, auntie. Hey, y'all, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some ice. I'm trying to keep this air conditioner off, man. It's just too, man. I don't like being up under no air conditioner all day. So let me go get some more ice. I'll be right back. Keep it locked right here on the Iceman Show podcast. All right. Oh boy. Oh. Whew. Last Crucible. What's up, baby? You get your run in today, man? Hey, for sure, man. Hey, I relocated, brother. Yeah, I relocated. So yeah, I just moved in last week. So yeah, for sure. Hey, I'm gonna be out that way, man. And real quick, I'm gonna email you. Expect an email from me by this weekend, bruh. Okay? Yeah, I'm gonna holler at you, man. Yeah, for sure. Cause if I come through there, I'm definitely gonna holler at you, man. I gotta I'll treat you to a baseball steak. Oh no. It'll be later on in the month. Yeah, it'll be later on in the month. Yeah, it'll be later on in the month, man. For sure. Oh, you moving? Oh, word. Okay. Yeah. For sure, I'm gonna definitely make sure I email you by this weekend, bro. Yeah. We definitely gotta speak, man. Yeah. I just did that move thing myself, bro. Yeah, I just did that move thing myself, brother. Hey, like Danny Glover said in Lethal Weapon, I'm too old for this shit. Hey, bruh. Let me tell you something, man. Hey, I had to get help. That's how bad it was, bruh. I had to get help. Thank you, brother. For sure. I had to get help. I had to get some. Yeah, man. Shoot, I lost about almost 20 pounds, man. I lost about 20 pounds in the past 2 weeks from all that moving. And I almost had to pay for the truck. Some extra day, but dude let me off. He was like, nah, I ain't gonna. He was like, nah, I ain't gonna charge you. I said, cool. Cause it ain't no big deal. I would went ahead and paid it, but he didn't charge me. But man, it's never, ever appreciated, brother. Thank you. It has never taken me 10 days to move. Never. It has never taken me that long. When I moved from San Antonio to Vancouver to Portland, man, I loaded that. I had a 26 footer. I didn't even need a 26 footer. I loaded that truck. I had that truck loaded up in 3 days. Okay. And I wasn't as worn out. This time, dude, the first day I knocked out all the big stuff. But then, man, it took me 5 days. It took me 6 days to move out. No, it took me 6 days to move out of that place, dude. I was like, I didn't realize I accumulated that much stuff, though. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. But yeah, for sure, man. Hey, Last Crucible. Hey, man, we're gonna talk, brother. But just let you know before we get into the show, move where you can thrive economically and career-wise, and where you can grow as a man. If you can get them 3 things popping, you're gonna be all right, bro. Now I know you done your research, and I know you wouldn't move unless it was really gonna be a God sent blessing for you to thrive like that. Oh, it's a career move. Oh, that's even better. But yeah, I'm gonna get at you, man. I'm gonna get at you for sure. Appreciate the donation, brother. Facebook, where you at? Like to see everybody up in the house. My man G-Dub, hey, happy 4th of July to you too, brother. GW in the house. How you doing, brother? Hope all is well. Hope you and your family. Hope all is well. For sure. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. You tuned in to the Iceman Show podcast. I am your host, the Iceman. More bounce to the ounce, and I say what counts. Don't no one go home until the fat man pops off with these firecrackers. What's happening, chocolate people? I am in the Appolis. I'm in the Appolis. This is this is the first time I've been here where I've been able to move around. Because the last time I was here, I couldn't really move around because I had my dog with me. I had a dog then. So, and then my dog got sick. So I couldn't really move around like I wanted to. I couldn't really socialize like I really wanted to. But yeah, I've been offline for 2 weeks because of the relocation. And so I still haven't gotten my whole house set up. I had to break down and just get a house, man. You know, I can't be in no more apartments. I can't do it no more, man. I don't have they don't give you enough room. They don't give you enough storage. They don't give you shit. Especially on the West Coast. I mean, they'll give you a closet and be like, here, it's we want $1,500 a month rent for this shit. Okay? And you'll be in a closet. And they'll be saying that shit with a straight face. See, if it wasn't for the racism and the heat, and I would move back to Phoenix. Oh, I'd move back to Phoenix in a minute. It's just too racist. You know, I couldn't. I know I would have ended up in prison if I'd have stayed in Arizona. But I love the desert though. I love Phoenix. I love Phoenix. I love Tempe too. Tempe is fly too. And it's not that expensive to live in Phoenix. And I love the Cardinals. You know, I still follow the Arizona Cardinals. I used to work for them. Yeah, I used to work for Arizona Cardinals. And but I love going to the Cardinals games. They off the chain. Okay, and it'd be plenty of fine women at them games too, boy. And they be of all races. Okay, the sisters be there representing with they number 11 jerseys. Because you know, everybody love my man, number 11 that play for the Cardinals, the Minneapolis homeboy. His dad is on the radio up here. He's a sports guy on the radio up here. On K, what's that? KMOJ, I think it is. Yeah. I'm going to Stella's tomorrow, y'all. Remember I told y'all about that seafood restaurant that got that roof bar? I might do a little podcast situation from up there, man. Show you how it's popping up there, because I know it's gonna be cracking tomorrow, boy. I'll probably go up there about 3 or 4 o'clock, man, when it start getting nice and hot. Boy, the honeys will be up there, bucket nakeds, wearing their sundresses and wearing they cookie cutter shorts with the cheeks hanging out. Okay. Yeah, I decided to no, I'm not in no, I don't live in Minnesota. No, it's too expensive up here, man. I could man, whoo, dog up here. Oh man, they turning. If you think they gentrifying around some of these other parts of the country, man, they tearing Minneapolis, St. Paul up. I mean, man, all around where my hotel is, there was nothing over here. All that. Let me show y'all something real quick. Let me show you how they gentrifying and displacing people. Y'all see this? Y'all see this building right here? And now this one over here been here. That one been there. But this one right here, this one got built since I've been gone. Okay? And these apartments, let me tell you about these apartments. These low ass apartments like this. They'll be like two bedroom, one bath, $3,000 a month. I'm not paying that. Oh hell no! I ain't paying no $3,000 a month, and I don't own it. Nah, hell no. Oh hell no. And then there's condos and apartments all around here. This used to be an open lot right here. Because I-394 is right here. There was nothing over here. Absolutely nothing. Okay? And 3 years later, look at all this stuff. And the funny thing about it, they're probably 90% occupied. I think for when I used to do property management and I used to do research, I think depending on how many units you have, if I forgot what the breakdown was, but if you got like, this has probably got about 100 units in here, 200 units. If out of them 200 units, 160, 170, 180 of those units are already rented, that's considered a success. If they get 80% occupancy, that they can probably turn a profit still because they're brand new, so they ain't breaking down. They don't need to fix nothing in there unless them people go in there and tear it up. And people that live in them kind of apartments, they ain't tearing up shit. Even though they got the money to pay for tearing up shit, they ain't tearing up shit up in there. So they pretty much have turned the Twin Cities into they trying to turn this place into a hipster enclave, upper middle class to upper class enclave. This place was not like that when I first came up here. When I first came to the Twin Cities, to the Annapolis, dude, this place was like almost a sleepy town. And St. Paul's real sleepy. I don't even fuck with St. Paul, dude, because it's so ghetto over there and old. I don't even fuck around in Minneapolis. I mean, in St. Paul, unless it's a honey over there, or it's a bar we go to or something. But over here in Minneapolis, man, it was so cheap to live. Back then, you get a 1-bedroom apartment for about $750 a month, and a decent one. Now, it might not have had air conditioning in it. That's one thing about these cribs here. They'll have heat, but they won't have no air conditioning because, it might only get up to 100 degrees, maybe 5 or 6 days out of the summer. But although there has been some summers where it has been 3 or 4 weeks of just straight, 80, 90, 100-degree days. But that's rare. But I'm a few hundred miles from here. I'm a few hundred miles from here. But I'm not in the state of Minnesota. And actually, where I live now is real economical. My money goes a lot farther than it was going, and like like last Crucible said, I'm a lot more relaxed. I'm a lot happier. I'm around less people. I'm out in a kind of a rural area that's that used to be farm area. They build new houses and townhomes and stuff out there. So I'm very happy where I am. But I decided to drive up here because I want to look at some studios. I want to look at some recording studios, and but not only look at recording studios. I'm going to talk to some folks about some music. I'm going to talk to some musicians while I'm up here. I'm gonna go over here to Bunkers. I told you, I don't know if I ever mentioned Bunkers to you guys, but Bunkers is a club over here near downtown Minneapolis. The Time play in there sometime. Jesse Johnson when he comes to town, he plays up in there. Sometimes Andre Simone will play there. Prince, when he was alive, every now and then Prince would pop up and they locked the place down and he jam in there. I missed the night when Prince was in there. I had just got off of work and my cousin called me. He said, hey man, hurry up and come to Bunkers, man. Prince about to come up in here. I'm like, damn, man, I was so mad. $5 to go see Prince? Man, be ill because Bunkers ain't it don't hold no more about 100 people. It's really a club. It's a club. It's actually an old club where it's not like First Ave, but it's still legendary. And so a lot of the R&B and funk, a lot of the R&B and funk bands here that still here in the Twin Cities, they play on certain nights up there. So they're probably going to be like Jelly Bean used to play in the Time. His band plays up there. They play at this bar over here in St. Paul, and they play over here at Bunk, but they mainly play at Bunkers. And so when I want to see Jelly Bean, I'll go in there, and if he's not performing, he's just standing around there talking, and I'll just come in there and holler at him. But Bunkers, it's gonna be popping tonight because everybody gonna be off work. Fireworks show probably gonna be popping off in a couple of hours here. Probably about 8:30. They'll probably be that 8:15, 8:30. That'll be popping off. But definitely tomorrow night, Bunkers is gonna be bananas. Friday night, because I think Jelly Bean's band plays in there like Wednesday or Thursday night, and then they play in there on Saturday night. They have the main, Saturday nights is, on a Saturday night, they'll charge like $10 to get in. And Jelly Bean and them will be up there. Him and his band will be up there. Or sometimes, remember the white dude that used to be in The Family, St. Paul? The white dude that replaced Jimmy Jam when Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, and Monty Moore left the Time. His band be playing in there. Sometimes St. Paul plays in there. So yeah, it's stuff be popping up here, dog. That's why I wanted to come back in this area because I got up here in about 4 hours. I probably could have got up here quicker if I had if I had uh if I had if I was familiar with the drive. But I haven't driven that way going to Minneapolis. I haven't driven that route in a long time. So I don't really know where the state troopers are, and it's a couple state highways. So, well, one federal highway and one state highway, and I didn't know what kind of condition they would be in. And these Minnesota state highways being excellent condition. Okay. So it was a smooth ride all the way up. It was smooth sailing all the way up here. So I got up here in about 3.5 hours, about 3.5 hours. But I was flying too. I was probably going about 80, 85 most of the way. You digs? Anyway, got a lot of stuff to cover tonight. Glad you have joined us for the ride. I know it's been a minute, but we just want to get acclimated, and I'm feeling better. I feel a lot. I feel a little rested. I feel even though I didn't get that much sleep last night, and I drove most of the day today, I ain't even tired. That'll show you. That's why I didn't want to come out and say it when I would do these live streams. I didn't really want to come out and admit it, but I was miserable. And I was miserable not because of necessarily where I lived, being in the Northwest. I was miserable because of the undertone of white supremacist racism that I kept dealing with. And I knew sooner or later it was going to come to a head. Y'all understand where I'm going with this? And even though white supremacy is thick in this area, all over this country, because you can come up here to Minnesota and still run into some Mississippi folks. They got that Mississippi mentality, just like out there in Oregon and Washington, where people say, "Oh, it's liberal out here. They got weed." Don't be fooled by the weed. Don't be fooled. Colorado's another racist ass state. Okay. Hell, I just drove through Montana. In those areas, you expect them to be racist up there. But some people kind of get it twisted when you start talking about Portland, the Bay Area, Southern California, Seattle. People think, "Oh, it's liberal up there." Yeah, it's liberal and still white supremacists. You can be fooled by that shit if you want to. You can be fooled that racism is only in the South if you want to. You keep on living. Now, I was miserable, man. But I was miserable because I didn't have enough room. I quickly outgrew that place. That was the number one thing that was driving me crazy. I had women sending me messages talking about, you angry, and you angry because you ain't getting none. And I'm like, how do you know what my dick is doing? Huh? You got a low jack on my dick, bitch? Fuck out of here. I don't need to call you every time I get some pussy. You don't know whether I get it or not. You just calling upon your ignorance, making stupid ass comments. No, I was angry because I had outgrew that place in a short period of time. That's what the problem was. I didn't have enough room, and I got tired of putting stuff in storage. I had all kind of storage areas with stuff in it. I'm like, man, come on. So every month I got to trek over to these places, and I got tired of that shit. So where I live today is cheaper, bigger, and I got a 2-car garage. So I ain't got to put nothing in storage. I ain't got to keep stuff in the house. You know how some people that live in an apartment and they ain't necessarily look like hoarders, but you could tell they ain't got enough storage room. That's how my place was getting. My whole other bedroom was just full of junk because I didn't have nowhere to put that stuff and I wasn't using it. So now I got extra bedrooms. I made a bedroom into an office. So now I got all the music equipment. All the computer stuff in one room. So when I get it set up next week, because I ain't getting internet until I think Monday or Tuesday, these suckers so backed up. I got my TV hooked up the other day, but that's all I got hooked up is satellite TV. So yeah, man, it's been a whirlwind 3 weeks. Last 3 weeks been crazy, dude. Retarded crazy. So yeah, for sure. Rebel warrior, you right, man. Cause I would have caught a case. Cause them tell you something about them Oregon and them Washington State Caucasians. Some of them are cool. Most of them ain't. Most of them want to try to test. And see, I was, there's a couple of times I had to get the Roscoe. Where I had people riding behind me, that type of shit. Okay. So, I'm a concealed carry permit guy. I don't play that bullshit. I ain't here to play. So it was that kind of stuff going on. I told y'all about halfway through my lease, some little illegal aliens kids were kicking my door, and they almost got dealt with. Okay, I don't play, dog. So where I live, the little town I live in right now, they ain't testing up. They ain't trying to run up, dog. They ain't trying to run up. Oh, they ain't that bold. They ain't bold where I live at, dog. They don't want the smoke. They ain't trying to mess with the smoke, dog. Okay? They say, oh, that dude, I bet that dude's a gun owner. Exactly, Rebel Warrior. Hell yeah. And I'm starting to see a lot of more brothers on Facebook posing with their AR-15s too. Because a lot of brothers are waking up, say, oh, they getting ready, we in a race war. We better be on instead of sitting up there chasing these hoes, we need to be on point. I need to be protecting my family instead of worrying about some ass. Sitting about you get these brothers to be on Facebook arguing about what black women are doing and ain't doing. And I'm just like, man, That shit ain't important, dude. You worried about ass and your pockets is empty? Like, get the fuck out of here. Did y'all see that video of that black couple in Georgia where they hired a white contractor and this son of a bitch come pulling up with a big ass Confederate flag on the back of his goddamn truck? Y'all see that shit? See, that's why I had to get off I had to get out of Georgia. I had to get out of there, dude. I had to get out of there. And yeah, Georgia's an open carry state, and I had to get out of there. Okay? I had to get out of there, player. Okay? And they told his ass, hey, we ain't paying you. I wouldn't have been nice to him. The sister was pretty nice. I wouldn't have been nice. I'd have been like, man, I'd have came out with my Roscoe. And I've been like, hey, man, you better get off my goddamn property with that shit. Oh, you ain't even go park and he parked in the driveway. I was like, first of all, well, he probably had to because you usually you have a contract. They usually have to park in the driveway. But hey, man, hey, brothers, let me explain something to you. When you powerless, that kind of shit happens. That's why these dudes are so bold. Okay, they do that because they know that if there is a high likelihood that we ain't gonna do shit to them, because we got so many sugar booty niggas out here. We got so many moist niggas out here who want to be you so worried about being LGBT and tranny and all this other shit instead of trying to get out of try to get out of being a black person. You better find out what they do to some of these homosexual dudes in prison that they don't like. Black folks always want to be on some other bullshit trying to get out of being black. Everybody go, if you haven't donated yet, we utilize the Cash App here on the Iceman Show podcast and the Player Circle podcast on Saturdays. Cash App ID is $ the Iceman 1906. Or you can donate. You can go to asktheiceman.com, scroll down to the donate button and donate there. We're only asking for $5 to $10 today. We appreciate it. Appreciate your donation. And now that we got that out the way, let's get into this. The parallels of chattel slavery and economic and social slavery in 2019. They had the so-called reparations HR 40 hearing. What was it, last week? They had Taisi Coates or whatever that brother's name is, and Danny Glover and some other. So I think they might have had some civil rights types, some swivel rights types sitting their asses up there. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this here. That was a dog and that was a dog and pony show of epic proportions. Okay? That was nothing but a dog and pony show. All they're doing is just going through the motions so that if 2 or 3 years from now, black folks still haven't gotten their 40 acres and a mule, they'll say, well, we passed HR 40. We did have a hearing. We tried. Ooh, we goofed. It's that type of shit. Remember back in the 80s, you drive by a furniture store and they say, oops, we goofed. We ordered too much inventory. Now we got to let it go at bargain basement prices. Get the fuck out of here. If y'all don't get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, look. We know they trying not to come up off that money. We know they are. You mean to tell me you want to talk about reparations? You want to have a serious conversation about reparations and you call Danny Glover? You got Cry Freedom up there? You got Hollywood Mandela up there? Man, get the fuck out of here. If y'all don't quit bullshitting, Danny Glover's an actor. You gonna call Mr. I'm too old for this shit? Man, they up here bullshitting. But they had this hearing, this worthless hearing. And what I thought was hilarious was what Mitch McConnell said. What'd he say? He said, well, we had Obama we had a black president. That's reparations enough. He said that shit. He said, oh, we had a black president. That's enough. He said, and then he said, well, slavery was 150 some years ago. It looks to, and since the people who were enslaved and the people who enslaved them are no longer here anymore, why are we talking about this? Well, that's why we have the Iceman Show podcast and many others who are out here giving you the real. Because we have not been made whole. And the remnants and the social residuals of chattel slavery and Jim Crow exist today. And he is one of the beneficiaries of our forefathers and foremothers' labor. With his Quaker oatmeal box looking ass. With his Ben Franklin looking ass. You digs? See, it's that kind of attitude why you have to be unafraid. Okay? There is a parallel between chattel slavery and economic and social slavery of today. Now, at the top of the live stream, I talked to you about about gentrification, and I talked in general about that and how they have gentrified the Twin Cities. And there probably ain't even 2% of us up here. Okay? They don't care. They don't have a problem displacing white folks up here either. Poor white folks ain't got nothing up here. You should see. Let me tell you something. Minneapolis. Here's what Minneapolis looks like today. Poor ass crackers, poor ass honkies, and then upper class Caucasians and Jewish people. That's what you see here. You see the dirty fat white girl with the Super Friends, dirty ass pajamas and the dirty ass Wile E. Coyote house shoes with the dirty half black kids and the skinny black husband that looked like he just got out the penitentiary. That's at Walmart at 3:00 in the morning with all their little nappy head kids. You got them, the Brooklyn Park, all little Brooklyn Park people. If you go straight down Highway 100 down here, You go all the way down here to Brooklyn Park. That's where all the po hunkies live. The po hunkies that maybe they make enough money to own their own house. That's where they live. And then all of the broke and entrepot Negroes and Caucasians and Hispanics. That's where all them live. So the closer you come to, like, this is like St. Louis, this is like St. Louis Park right here. Okay. I'm not too far from that warehouse, that warehouse scene that they show on Purple Rain. I'm not too far from where that is. Okay. But they don't have a problem with displacing people. They don't have a problem with that. They don't have a problem, you not having a place to live. They don't give a shit. They don't give a damn that the average person can't live in Minneapolis. They don't give a damn. They don't give a flying fuck that Minneapolis has become too expensive for the average person to live here. And see, I ain't gonna live in no shitty apartment. I ain't gonna live in no shitty ass apartment. And I'm not gonna pay $5,000 a month to rent no house. I'm not gonna do it. Can't afford it anyway. So they've gotten ridiculous here. You'll see ads in the paper. Not ads in the paper, but ads on Craigslist with these ridiculous Caucasians up here renting rooms for $800 a month and asking for all this shit. You have to be a vegan. You have to be this. You have to be that. If you don't get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Oh, they done got beside themselves up here. Oh yeah, they done got beside themselves up here. But the parallels of chattel slavery and economic and social slavery that we happen to be in today, the one constant is economic deprivation. Economic deprivation, and also the ability to pay you very low wages and then get all of your money, as well as you paying taxes, paying more taxes than Warren Buffett. You see what I'm saying? He said participate on movie nights. Exactly. Hey, Martavius, you're gonna have to pop the popcorn this time. Martavius be like, bitch, I'm gonna be in my room watching Netflix. Okay? I don't want to watch no movie with you goofy motherfuckers. Fuck y'all. Oh man, they done got ridiculous up here. I know somebody that was moving from one side of Minneapolis to another, and he was like, man, he said, man, I can't find a 1-bedroom apartment now that's reasonable. They don't even have weed here, and I can't find a place. It'd be one thing if it was Washington State or Oregon. Okay? Be one thing if it was Washington, California, you're going to get clipped out there. But Minneapolis ain't worth no for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. Minneapolis ain't worth $2,500 a month. I'm sorry. And that's not, and that ain't even with a washer and dryer in the house. Some of them don't even have washer and dryer hookups and have the nerve to be charging $2,500 a month. The way it's, and dude, look at the window of good weather you got. I got up here, what time did I get up here? Man, I got up here about 2:30. No, I got up here about 3:30. Do you know it was sunny when I got here? No, it was kind of gloomy when I got here. It was sunny on the way up here. Then it got gloomy when I finally got to Minneapolis. Then it got sunny again. Went in the hotel, brought my bag up here, came outside. Do you know it started raining? So you really only have about maybe 2.5 months of good weather up here. Because sometimes up here, right around Labor Day, it start getting cold. It don't start getting cold, but it start going down to like 68, 70, 75. Maybe you might have a couple throughout, first couple of weeks of September, you might have a couple of 85s here and there. But by the end of September, it's already starting to get cold. It's already down to 50 something, 60 something. Come October, you might have already had a snowstorm already. So now it's down to 30s and 40s and 20s. And the closer you get to Thanksgiving, the colder it gets. You digs? Okay. So the shit they're pulling all over the country, it just isn't it just isn't a Minneapolis St. Paul thing. It's all over the country they pulling this shit. Drive down wages, pay you little to nothing, don't pay you any benefits, or if they do, it's that Obama shit or something not too much better than that. I feel sorry for folks who ain't veterans, man. I feel sorry for people that ain't veterans. You know why? Because I know some folks, they got jobs, they ain't got no medical and ain't got no dental. Teeth falling out their mouth. Teeth just falling out their mouth. Because they ain't got no dental plan. Or if they do, their copay is so high, the deductible is so high that they can't pay for nothing. Maybe they can get a cleaning maybe once a year, but that's it. They dental plan don't cover shit. I feel sorry for people who ain't veterans. Because I be talking to some people, I be like, man, how are you making it, dog? And it's going to get worse. If you think it's going to get better, it's not. It's going to get worse. And if you think it's all because of Trump, it would have been that way if Obama had got another 4 years. It would have been the same way. You were getting stroked under Obama. You wasn't no better off under him. I don't know why you got these dumb black people who sit up here and think, oh, man, if it wasn't for Trump, man, shit would be so much better. I'm like, nigga, really? You just had 8 years of Obama, and not only did it get worse for you socially and economically and politically, it almost got to the point, if Obama had been in there any longer, I wonder if they would have started picking black folks off the street. The way the kind of anger that white America had toward Obama. And some of it was justified because he ran on the I'm going to bring the jobs back ticket. And he didn't do shit. He said he was going to tax the rich. He didn't do that. He said he was going to tax corporations. He didn't do that. He said he was going to bring jobs back to America. He didn't do that. He sent more jobs away. More jobs went to India and Mexico and Philippines under Obama than they have under Trump. That's why you can't vote for a candidate on that level. You got to vote for the agenda. I don't like Trump, but his immigration policy I like because it helps us. But that don't mean I support him. But I'm being self-serving just like all these other race groups. And we need to be self-serving and stop trying to coalition build. We ain't got no allies and we ain't got no friends. Okay? So this whole false flagging with Republicans versus Democrats, get away from that shit. Get away from classism. When it's all said and done, it's all about race. And when these Caucasians get on TV telling you that it ain't about race, you need to close your ears because ain't nothing they got to say that's going to make any sense to you, because it's always about race when it becomes to come when you dealing with Caucasians and other races. You can talk that it doesn't matter whether if you're black or white, that only to you. Everybody else, it means something. That's why I be telling black women to get off that feminism shit. That ain't for you. Why are you getting involved with the same people who are trying to destroy your men and indirectly destroy you? Because if they destroy your men, they destroy you. Because you have no protection. That's why they keep pushing this LGBT shit. I don't even follow the city of Minneapolis. And for some reason, they keep sending me tweets. And they got, I guess June is supposed to be, was June Pride Month or some shit like that? Man, fuck Pride Month. I'm getting sick of them pushing that homo shit. Well, you should have pride. She should celebrate Pride Month. No, I don't need to celebrate Pride Month. I'm sick and tired of the dominant society trying to shove homo politics down our throats. Because these are the same people who say, oh, well, I'm not, my sexual don't see me for my sexual orientation. Well, if you didn't tell me you were a homo, I wouldn't have known you were a homo. So who's politicizing your sexual orientation? Because it sure ain't me. Fuck out of here. See, a lot of people, they secretly support what I say, but they ain't gonna side with me in public or on any of these platforms because you don't want to get in trouble with your employer, because a lot of employers do check your social media, even though they don't say they do, because they're looking for excuses to fire people. And if they see some shit on there where you saying fuck these faggots, you might come to work Monday and not have a job. Or they just might call you before you get in the car and be like, hey, Rhonda, are you on your way to work? Are you on your way to the office? Well, I just got in my car. Well, you might want to take them keys out your ignition, baby, because I hate to tell you, in the words of Flavor Flav, I ain't got nothing for you, man. Running for your life, running from your wife. I ain't got nothing for you, man. Okay? You digs? But see, that's why they always trying to shove that homo shit down our throats. You got these black women to be out here. Oh, I'm going to be at Pride Week. You stupid bitch. Like Dwayne Wade, and he up here politicizing his little son. Don't no child at 11 years old know what their sexual orientation is. I mean, they don't know what they like. You know what I'm saying? They're if they're a boy, maybe they're just now starting to kind of notice the body parts on females, or maybe not. Or they just may be, 11, 10, 11 years old, 12 years old, and maybe they're just into playing sports or playing video games. Maybe they haven't that pubescence hasn't got, in full swing yet. Some kids don't fully go into puberty sometimes till 13 or 14. Sometimes 12. Most of the time it's 12. You digs? Move this over, man. It's starting to get darker in here. Okay. But economically, you are deprived, just like you were during slavery. They didn't feed you properly. You starved. In some cases. In other cases, you were fed pretty good because the slaves were the ones planting and tending to the livestock. So they were able, when they had to cut the meat up, maybe they took some of the meat and hid it. They would do stuff like that and then cook it somewhere else. Or what they would do, in some cases, the smart slave masters made sure their slaves got plenty to eat, if nothing else. But you did have some who were bigger assholes. All of them were assholes, but the bigger assholes were just like, fuck y'all. We'll just beat you into submission. That's why the deeper the South, deeper into the South you went with some of the plantations, the worse they were. Now, the social part of it, during slavery, you couldn't go where you wanted to go. And just like today in 2019, you can't go anywhere as a black man or a woman. You can't go anywhere. And those of you who date and who are or are married to someone of another race, I guarantee you don't went somewhere where you shouldn't have had your black ass. I guarantee at least once you've gone somewhere where your white husband or white boyfriend or white girlfriend or wife, where she was welcome and you weren't. And they let you know you weren't welcome. Okay? Let's keep it real. So just like during slavery, your mobility was hampered by your race and controlled. Your movement was controlled by another human being. Same thing today. You can't go where you want to go. You got sundown towns in California. You can go around believing that only racism in the South if you want to. Laquan McDonald got shot 16 times in Chicago, in a city that's supposed to be real liberal. Amadou Diallo got shot, 41 times reaching for his goddamn wallet in New York City. Is that the South? No. Right over here in Ramsey County, Philando Castile got murdered on Facebook Live, and the police officer still didn't go to prison. Yet Muhammad Noor, that former Minneapolis cop, accidentally shot that white woman, and not only did they convict him and give him 12 and a half years, it only took them 2 or 3 weeks to settle the wrongful death suit at $20 million. See, and let me tell you something. There's black men and women on the Minneapolis City Council. So don't see. That's why I be telling black people, don't let the congressional black talkers and black politicians, don't let black politicians fool you into believing into making you believe there's some kind of G. They ain't doing shit. They up there kowtowing and ass kissing and butt licking. And the reason why I get black folks on Facebook to unfriend me is because they know I'm talking about their Sambo, coon, mammy, Negro bedwench asses. So they're like, I'm gonna unfriend this nigga. Fuck him. He gonna call me a coon. You're right. I'm calling you an educated coon and an educated Sambo and an educated mammy. What makes you any different, Iceman? You got master's degrees. You know what makes me different? I love my people and I do for my people. You don't do for nobody but yourself. Your punk ass. All you do is go to that plantation You lucky you had the day off today. Otherwise, they'd have had your ass in them fields. But socially, you still in slavery. You still enslaved. You can't go where you want. Hell, you go to McDonald's and you get accosted. You go to a McDonald's and they won't serve your ass. You go to a Starbucks and they'll arrest your ass. That's the same kind of shit they used to do during slavery. If the master sent you to the general store to get a bag of fucking flour, and the patty rollers rolled up on your ass, even though you had paperwork, they still cut body parts off your ass or beat the shit out of you or raped you. And what shit you can do about it. But go back and tell your master what he do. How dare you do that to my slave? And do shit else. Meanwhile, you walk around here with a half a foot. Okay? That sound like justice to you? That wasn't that long ago, people. They were still doing that type of shit 50 years ago. Socially, you have no status. Pretty much any non-black person in this country can get away with doing shit to you to a certain degree. Now, not with all black folks, because some of you niggas will use them hands. Like I will use them hands. See, they only pull that shit with niggas they can get away with that shit with. They ain't gonna do that shit with all black folks. Because what they'll do, because I see these Asians sizing me up and these Hispanic dudes sizing me up. They ain't doing that. They doing that for a reason. Because they might have been thinking of pulling something. But then they looked and saw me looking at them like, I wish you would try something, motherfucker. I hope you try something so I can lay you flat. They ain't fucking with all black folks. They only fucking with weak ass niggas that let them get away with that shit. And they can peep your stilo and see you a weak ass nigga. So they'll roll up on you with that bullshit. You digs? But socially, you have no capital. A black person has no social capital in America. And that's why it's imperative that we ADOS blacks, us foundational black Americans, get legislation that specifically says black folk who are descendants of slave, foundational black men and women and children must be made whole financially and with other resources. That's why it's imperative. And that's why we need to stop letting them get off easy. The problem with us is we keep letting, we want to be nice to everybody because we don't want to piss nobody off. Let me explain something to you. When I worked in corporate America, even before that, when I worked in them factories, when I was a young man, like 18, 19, 20 years old, let me explain something to you. I always expected Every day I expected not to have a job. And you know what that did to me? That made me save my money. So when I did get fired from a job, I might have had 3 or 4 grand in the bank to fall back on. And back then I could get another job. So I wasn't out of work too long. You understand? But I realized that I needed to get some real skills. And that's why I ended up going to the, plus, you know, I was doing some things I ain't had no business doing. And I was about to catch a case. So it was imperative that I went to the Air Force. You digs? Because I'm in a way better position than a lot of my family. There's a lot of people in my family, they just barely getting by, man. I don't know how they get by. Okay? That's why I say you know, it's hard out here if you ain't a veteran, man. Because if you ain't got something, you know, at least we got something to fall back on. You know, you cats out here, man. That's why I say you can't put if you work for somebody else, save your money, man. Don't go out here fucking your money up, man. Brothers are always prioritizing getting pussy instead of prioritizing saving your fucking money. You don't want to be no 60, 70-year-old nigga out here with teeth missing, pumping gas, and you looking like a crackhead, even though you ain't. You up here driving some 30-year-old car, some old beat up weather beater. You up here driving a 82 Cutlass. And here it is, 2019, looking all pissed off because you ain't making no money. Gotta fuck. If you do get some ass, it's some old fat ass white girl, some old ugly ass white girl who probably smell like rotten cheese curds. Don't put yourself in that position, black man. That's why I be telling brothers, don't be knocking these chicks up, man. Don't be knocking these chicks up getting a bunch of babies out here, man. Because paying $400 here, $300 there, you gonna look around, you ain't got shit left. And now you gotta rent rooms because you ain't making enough money to even get a 1-bedroom apartment. You got a lot of niggas up here in the Twin Cities that do that shit. You got a lot of, I remember, like I said, I had a chick leave me for a Jiffy Lube nigga. I did a video on that shit for my paid subscribers about, that was probably back in 2015 I did that video. My bitch left me for the Jiffy Lube dude. That video was funny as hell. Okay? I said, how you gonna leave me for a nigga that work at Jiffy Lube? He rent a room over there in St. Paul. I'm like, bitch, for real? I couldn't do nothing but laugh at that shit, man. It didn't really make me mad because I was just like, I guess that's all that bitch could get. I guess the Iceman was too much trouble. Because she was a blue collar chick anyway. She wasn't no white collar chick. She was a blue collar chick. Okay? So that's what she was comfortable with. But you got a lot of niggas up here. And even where I live at, 4 hours from here. Because I'm still in this corridor. Okay? Where I live at, out of state. I was at I joined a new athletic club this week. I swear to God, man, here come the fat white girl. I mean, it was just, it almost was it was almost off a script, dog. It was almost out of a script, almost out of a movie script. Here come the ghetto brothers. All of them got dreads. All of them skinny. All of them got cell phones plastered to the side of their heads, talking all loud. And one of them, had 2 or 3 half white kids, and the white girl had a belly, had a extra 3 bellies right here in the front, and old wide. She wasn't real fat, but she was still fat, too fat for my taste. Just looked disgusting. But that's what these brothers be getting. Brothers, let me explain something to you. That's why I be telling y'all on the Player Circle podcast on Saturdays. I be telling y'all the reason why you get hit on by these ugly ass white chicks or these fat white chicks or these skinny, ugly motherfuckers is because it be niggas like that be gassing these bitches' heads up. So they think every time they see a black dude, whether it's fucking Byron Allen or Byron Smith, they think they can get you just because you black. That's their racist arrogance. Oh, I can get you. That's why when you go on these internet dating sites, you notice 5 seconds after you sign up, you got 20 messages from the most atrocious Halloween jack-o'-lantern looking white women and Hispanic women and Asian women. And you like, where these ugly motherfuckers come from? Because the average good-looking white girl that's a 6 and above, she ain't gonna fuck with no black dude unless you're paid. See, those kinds of white girls, I don't even mess with them no more because they too much trouble. And I know I'm gonna end up catching a case. I'm gonna catch a case. Okay, gonna have me like Ronnie Isley up in here. You digs? And so those kinds of white girls that's 6s and above, they can still keep their racism and get you too, because if a brother, the average brother, if he think he can get a 7, a white girl who's a 7 or 8, he's in his mind, in his sick mind, he's in heaven. Oh, I can get a Becky that look better than Frumpty Dumpty. You can't tell that nigga shit. That's why when you see, a lot of, when Robert Smith, my frat brother, when he was at Morehouse and he said he's gonna pay that $40 million bill, that loan, all them brothers' loans, all the black women start clowning his wife, talking about, his wife ugly, his wife all old and shit. Look, I agree. But if you look at his goofy ass, you see that even her little ugly ass is a step up for him. Because you figure that dude, he ain't no chick magnet. You could tell you could tell he a simp. You could tell he a big old simp, big old juicy simp. He wasn't getting no pussy. So the first little tired ass white woman that grinned in his face, he probably married the bitch. So I agree. His wife is ugly as fuck. I wouldn't date her. But you have to understand how brothers think at that level. A lot of brothers, they get any old white woman to do, as long as she at least a 5. Now, me and you, we'd be like, that bitch can suck my dick, but that's it. You know, Robert Smith's wife, I wouldn't even be seen in public with her. But that's him. That's his woman. That ain't my woman. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. I'm giving you my conjecture. I wouldn't date the bitch. But if that's what he want, if he want a woman who's to me, she's about a 4. If that's what he want and he happy with her, she ain't causing him no trouble. I ain't heard of the bitch out here fucking other niggas like a lot of these other bitches be doing. So, hey, he must be doing something right. Some bitches will sit down and shut up when a nigga got some money. Although black women don't know how to sit down and shut up. You digs? But socially, this is why I tell black men when it comes, that's why in my second book, The Dating Bible, when I talk about you can't, okay, with other races of women, you can get away with this shit. Because technically they're no higher on the social food chain than you are to a certain degree. But it really depends on the black person. Because if you're a black woman or a black man that's a rider, people ain't fucking with you the way they fucking with these other black folks. You understand me? So your social status may be higher than the average other black people. You see, y'all see where I'm going? See, this is very sophisticated stuff. You ain't gonna never find this in your sociology class, by the way. But when you date a white woman, black man, you have to understand, when you date a white woman, when you date a Caucasian woman, you have to be mindful of the fact that you can listen to that minority shit all you want. You can listen to that hustle if you want to. I wouldn't listen to it if I were you, because when they talk about minority, what they're trying to do is get away from saying black only, because they know those resources need to go to us directly rather than go to minorities. Because minority could mean any damn thing. It could mean a white male who's LGBT. It could mean a white woman. It could mean anything. It could mean a Chinese man. By the time they get to you, there's no resources. So when you get the Bernie Sanders and the Joe Biden sitting up here talking that bullshit, talking about I'm here to help minorities. No, I don't want to be lumped in with everybody else. I want my own shit. I want resources allocated directly to ADOS foundational blacks and no one else. Not no Caribbean blacks, no African blacks, no blacks from Mars, no blacks from the moon, just ADOS foundational blacks. That's it. And they're trying to get away, the Democratic Party is trying to get away from that designation because they know they owe us. They owe you and they owe me. Okay? And don't listen to that bullshit when they sit there and say, well, this is going to be a major undertaking. Well, you know, the Iraq war was a major undertaking, and they still went and did it anyway, didn't they? The Afghanistan war has been going on for what, 18 years now? What was it, 18 years? And no end in sight? Both wars have cost this country, probably 8,000 lives. as well as murdering over 1 million people in Afghanistan and Pakistan and Iraq. They went in there and didn't even have an exit strategy. So don't sit up here and tell me about what's impossible. See, everybody want to start fiddle faddling around and blowing smoke up people's asses when it's time to kick the black man down some money. When it's time to pay black folks some money, then they start hemming and hawing and bullshitting and start, well, we got to study this, and we need to meet, and we need to get Winston Churchill. We got to dig him up, and then we got to dig up FDR, see what they think. And you be like, man, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Just cut a nigga a check. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Cut that check. Trying to hear no goddamn excuses. Y'all want to hear more excuses, or you want to get that check? When you lay down with a Caucasian woman, she might let you beat that pussy all to be damned. She might slurp all over your knob, polish your knob like no tomorrow. And at the end of the day, she will get up out of that bed and still practice white supremacy, and might even still practice it on your ass. You digs? She might even get up and still practice it on you. They don't give a shit. They'll be married to you and call the police on your ass. Be like, Martavis, I'm sorry you got a felony on your record, but you screamed at me. No nigger's gonna scream at me. But she'll let a white man rape her and scream at her and do all that shit. She won't even call the police on his ass. You can be inside your head talking about, I think I'm gonna beat this bitch ass. You ain't even said it, and the bitch is calling the police on you. Bitch, why you call the police on me? Because I could tell you were thinking of that you were gonna whoop my ass in your head, and I just didn't want it to come to fruition. You're not on the same level as they are, black man. And black women, you are not, just because you got a white boyfriend or a white husband, you are not on the same level as him socially. You do not have the same amount of social capital. He has all the social capital, you have none. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I know some of you black women want to get out here and get your swirl on, because during the Obama administration, swirling was made popular amongst black women, especially with the scandal crowd. And now that Obama's gone and we got President Orange Cheeto up in there, we got Orange Julius up in there. Now swirling done kind of went the way of the dinosaur. Now you're sitting up there talking that intersectionality shit. You still got some black women out here still trying to ride for that interracial dating shit. They still getting their ass kicked though. You got white boys out there tearing up that pussy and still calling you a nigger. And you deserve it. You don't deserve it just because you're a black woman, but you deserve it because you were dumb enough to believe that we live in a post-racial society, you dumbass. Black folks are trying to do everything they can to try to avoid working with each other. And I'm going to tell you right now, the longer you avoid it, the worse off we're going to end up. And let me tell you something. You can sit up here and get behind Bernie Sanders. You can get behind Bernie Colonel Sanders. You can get behind Kamala Marsala Harris. You can get behind Cory Booty Booker. You can get behind Mayor Booty Cheeks. You can get behind Elizabeth Pocahontas Warren with her ugly ass. You could get behind, well, or Amy Klobuchar. They ain't even thinking about her ass. You can get behind Joe Backside Biden if you want to. Okay, Mr. Force Bussin'. Man, I'm gonna talk about that debate in a minute. That shit was funny to me, man. That was more of a comedy show than it was anything else. It was more of a comedy show than anything else, people. It was a joke. It was a joke. And a lot of people were saying that it was a joke. They said, man, are you kidding me? Who's going to vote for Gillibrand's old dry milk toast ass? They ain't voting for her. She ain't nothing but Hillary 2.0. Look, brothers, let me speak to the brothers real quick. Let me holler at the brothers real quick. Let me say this to you, man. You do not want a woman president. I'm going to say that again. You do not want a woman president. Not because they're not worthy of leading, not because they are not qualified to lead, but because of the feminist politics that are going to erode what you have built thus far. If Obama would have been in there 4 more years, feminism would have probably totally consumed black men. If Trump had not have got in there when he did, it was already bad. Black women have during the Obama administration, black women got the most reckless about the mouth than they ever have. Okay? Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, then tell me I'm wrong. Those of you on Facebook, if I'm wrong, talk about it in the chat room. And by the way, everybody hit the like button. Everybody on Facebook, hit the like button. Everybody on YouTube, please hit the like button. Black women got beside themselves when Obama was in there. Because if you remember, all that it was all talk, all that swirling was going on, all that being real disrespectful to black men was going on during that Obama administration because he increased all that welfare. Black women was just getting all the welfare. They could just, ooh, welfare. We own the welfare. Oh, black women just rubbing that welfare all between their legs, all up under their arm. Oh, they was rubbing that welfare, all them, that wick and them EBT card. They just rubbing them EBT cards. They just rubbing that EBT card all on their titties. Okay. Black women got beside themselves under Obama's ass. They was getting them Obama phones. You had black women making videos bragging about how much cash assistance they was getting from TANF, how much money they was getting from welfare and WIC. Oh, they was on YouTube talking cash shit. And then Trump got in there and was like, I'm shutting the government down. All them bitches was crying. We ain't got no food. I can't feed my 8 kids. Well, bitch, ain't nobody tell you have 8 kids. Ain't no, hey, what happened to them Obama phones, bitch? Huh? What happened to them Obama benefits? Oh, them bitches got beside themselves under Obama. That's why when Trump got in there, they was like, oh, shit. Hey, man, wasn't this somebody told me of some stupid ass Mexican woman that was at them Trump rallies that was talking shit, talking about she loved Trump. They said somebody said that they ejected her ass. Didn't they deport her ass last week or something like that? I'm telling y'all, man. I couldn't wait for Obama to get his ass out of there. I'm serious. Because his policies were poison. Corporate America was running amok under his ass. You got black women, you're like Laura Coates. I lost respect for her. She up here, she trying to get a career in TV. And I guess she don't want, I guess she don't want to practice law no more. So she trying to become a TV personality. So y'all on TV talking that Pride Week shit. Well, we need to look out for LGBT. We need to look out for immigrants. Look, whenever you hear black people sing that shit on TV, you know they ain't shit. Because how can you be a self-respecting black person that is being economically deprived, and you're saying that you look for that you're here to support another group stepping above you on top of your head and getting resources that your group ought to be getting, and you're happy with that? You're a fucking fool. See, black women can support Pride Month and LGBT and booty politics because ain't nothing at stake for them. See, you have to understand about women in any society, especially in America. See, women can always lose, fuck up, shit on themselves, and do whatever the fuck they want to, just be the biggest fuck up this side of the moon. And it doesn't matter, because somebody's going to feel sorry for them just because they got a vagina. You, on the other hand, they don't feel sorry for. And they will pit those same black women against you. And they've been doing it. And Obama administration was doing it. That's why you don't want no woman president, because all the shit that you complained about under Obama is going to be triple fold under a woman president. You think we got gynocentrism now? Let somebody like Kamala Marsala Harris get in there. All of a sudden now she want to be black. Y'all see them t-shirts he's selling? Man, I saw them t-shirts. It got a picture of her ass on the front of it like this. Look as salty as a motherfucker. I bet you them white kids at that school she got bused to was calling her ass nigga. I bet you they wasn't calling her Indian. This t-shirt had me cracking the fuck up. That was gangster what she did to Joe Biden's ass. Joe Biden looked like an old scared white man up there. He lost some stripes up there at that debate. And he shouldn't have. Because he been in politics 40-something years and he got his ass handed to him by amateur, damn near. And you got all these white folks on both sides, Republicans and Democrats, saying what Kamala Harris did was underhanded. No, it wasn't. It was brilliant. It was brilliant what she did. She took his ass out. That's what you call a direct hit playing Battleship. Remember that game Battleship back in the 70s? Everybody had that game. B-15. Psh, you sunk my battleship. Remember that shit? Me and my brothers used to have that stupid ass game. Motherfucker, the little battleship, the little the torpedoes. Yeah, that shit stopped working the first day we bought that shit. Tore that shit up. You sunk my battleship. If you think you're dealing with gynocentrism and feminist bullshit politics, Gildebrand ain't gonna stand a chance anyway. Elizabeth Warren is probably, her and Kamala Harris are about the only two women who might last to the end of the primary. The rest of them are gonna get knocked out the box before then. So all of you guys sitting around here talking that shit, talking about nobody other than Biden, even though Biden's popularity is decreasing, he still is the only candidate that can mount any kind of defense against Trump or offense against Trump. The rest of them, they're almost amateurs. He's tried to run for president before, unsuccessfully. You digs? Exactly, MGR 4769. They talk all that shit about how much of a misogynist Trump is, and they will go right back out there and vote for his ass. Trump ain't worried about shit because he know most of those polls, most of those bullshit ass polls are garbage anyway. His approval rating is where Obama's was when he got reelected. See, they ain't gonna tell you that. See, this is why you can't listen. You can't look at CNN and MSNBC and listen to Politics Nation and Rachel Maddow and all these other liars on TV and get the truth, because they ain't gonna do nothing but lie to you. They're actors. Do you really think Reverend Sharpton is a political mastermind? Get the fuck out of here. Reverend Sharpton's on MSNBC because he been bought and paid for. And they know he ain't about shit. And they know he ain't doing shit. And they know he don't care. He don't give a shit about black folks. That's why he's on TV. Do you really think they go? Do you think they gonna put the Black Authority on TV on MSNBC? Huh? You think they'll put Tariq Nasheed on TV and give him his own show on CNN? They don't want to talk to real niggas. That's why they go get these Sambos and in Reverend Sharpton's case, he is a former federal snitch. Those of you who don't know, do a background check. Google Reverend Sharpton FBI informant and watch what pops up. Al Sharpton used to try to move them bricks and got caught by the FBI. He got caught trying to make a buy with the FBI. A lot of these fake ass civil rights leaders that you see on TV, a lot of them be selling bricks on the side. A lot of them got work in the neighborhood. Okay? Don't let a lot of these niggas fool you. You got all these Caucasian women on TV talking and on the radio, because I got Sirius XM in my car. And they just talk so much shit about how sorry Trump is. Oh, he's a misogynist. Oh, he's this. Oh, he's that. He grabs his dick. He don't give a fuck about women. And them bitches will go out there and vote for his ass a second time around. Hey, you better not underestimate white supremacy, because white supremacy is on its way out. And they trying to hold on for dear life, which is why they wanted Trump in there. And what Trump is trying to do is penalize all these companies that went and invested over there in China and made China a worldwide economic powerhouse. That was our doing. I mean, not our, but corporate America's doing. The reason why China is where it's economically is where it is today is because corporate, trillions of dollars of corporate, American corporate investment in China, in Taiwan, in Vietnam is paying dividends. And they are making a total ass out of the American public by taking your jobs, sending your jobs to China, making money hand over knuckles over there, and then making the shit and then shipping it back to your black ass. And then you buying it. Look at the labels of some of the stuff you buy. I guarantee it's an American company that's in a partnership with a Chinese company that made that shit. Under Obama, you had all these banks, Chase Bank, Citibank, all these banks, all these financial institutions moved half of their customer service operations to India and Philippines. Now they're bringing up. Now they're losing. Now they're starting to bring those jobs back because of what Trump is doing. Don't believe the so-called news when they say Trump's tariffs are hurting American workers. They're not hurting American workers. They're hurting sorry ass American corporations who can't afford to do business in China anymore. That's the problem. And the tariffs. The tariffs, are directly related, but not for the reasons they're giving you. They're directly related because these same corporations that call themselves American corporations, a lot of these corporations have taken billions of dollars in profits that they made off of us. And they've went over there to China and opened up factories over there. And the reason why they're mad at Trump is because they're saying, wait a minute here, now we're losing money. Because now we got to pay, we're American, we own half of these companies, and now we got to pay an entrance fee just to get our products back into the country. Well, that's your fucking fault, dumbass. The gravy train wasn't gonna last forever, fool. You digs? This is the stuff they're not telling you on CNN and Fox Business and CNN and Bloomberg News. This is the stuff in CNBC. This is the stuff they're not telling you, people. See, when I was going through my MBA program, that's when that investment in China was really booming back then. That's all I heard when I was in my MBA program was invest in China, invest in China, invest in Taiwan, invest in Vietnam. And look at China now. They're an economic powerhouse. But see, they about to get they're extending themselves too thin. He said they came out of a clown car. Exactly. So when you hear these whiners on CNBC and Fox Business talk and Bloomberg talking shit, talking about Trump's tariffs are hurting business, that's what they're talking about. They're talking about all the billions that they invested taking your job away from you when they was making them air conditioners here in the States. Now they making them over there in China. And they lying to you. See, these white males who went to Obama's people before he got elected was like, look, you got to get these illegals out of here. That's why Obama was deporting so many of them motherfuckers. That's why they were calling Obama deporter in chief, because he was throwing their ass out of here. He just wasn't saying nothing. Unlike Trump's dumb ass, announcing what he gonna do, Obama was just doing it. He was just rounding their ass up. They wasn't talking that sanctuary city shit then, was they? They was catching their ass slipping. Because what Trump has told them to do, wait for them motherfuckers to go to work. Since they want to hide in a church, they want to hide in the YMCA. Okay, cool. Wait for that motherfucker to go clean that hotel up over there at that Spring Hill Suites. When that bitch come out, we gonna scoop her ass up. And that's what they doing. And and they ain't even giving them motherfuckers time to go home and get a pair of drawers. And they shouldn't, because they're in this country illegally. I can't go to Germany. You can't break into Mexico, dog. See, Mexico wanted to try to act like they would, like, we ain't doing what Trump say do. You see, they doing what Trump say do, don't they? Don't you? Oh, they was talking shit, talking about we're not gonna do anything Trump told us to do. Yeah, they had them Mexican National Guard troops down there at their border, didn't they? They start spending that money on them tent cities, didn't they? Now you got Mexicans complaining, talking about we can barely feed ourselves, and they got all these people over here. Oh, now you don't like it, huh? You don't like it? You don't like it, Maria? You don't like it, Sancho? Well, how you like it when you bring your dirty ass over here? When you bring your dirty ass up here to our goddamn country and break in our goddamn country. I ain't against nobody getting, having a better life. Just have a better life in your own goddamn country. Don't bring your ass up here, because you taking food off our goddamn plate. And I'm sick and tired of the American government and corporate America taking food off our plates and feeding these dirty motherfuckers with it. And you need to stop supporting that shit, because the only reason why you supporting it is because you don't know any better. Because they're not telling you the truth like I'm telling you right now. You see, Mexico is doing what Trump told them to do, didn't they? You see, they starting to block them motherfuckers before they get way up here. You ain't heard nothing about no more caravans, have you? And Trump announced what, a week and a half ago that that Congress better come up with some shit, or he gonna make sure he throw them 11 million illegal motherfuckers out of here. Of course, they're gonna start with the criminals first, and the cheats, tax cheats. Even some of these dirty motherfuckers that come up here and get DUIs. Even if you get a DUI, you getting thrown out of here. That's considered a criminal offense. So black folks, don't listen to that stupid shit. Don't listen to these motherfuckers talking about we in this together. No, we not in this together, dude. You over there and I'm over here. There ain't no black and brown alliance. It's just us and you over there. Like George Clinton said, party over here, fuck you over there. That bitch is ugly as fuck. Yeah, don't let these people fool you, man. Don't let them run that hustle on you. Don't let them run that game on you. See, when you know the truth, you don't have to kiss nobody's ass. See, a lot of blacks, the reason why a lot of black folks just go along with the bullshit, because you figure you ain't got no choice. Because we don't work with each other. Look, black people, we don't have to agree on everything. Okay? There's brothers like the good brother Last Crucible. We ain't always agreed on everything, but he know that I support whatever he does. You know, we talk every now and then. We don't, probably talk like we should, but he got his life, I got my life. Just like my man Asad Dennis. We ain't always saw eye to eye. We done got into it, but we made our way back because we found common ground as black men. And that's the point that I'm trying to make to you guys is I'm not special, man. I ain't wonderful. I'm not better than you. But there's some things that I know that I'm trying to pass on to you that is going to help you be a better black woman or better black man. That's all I'm trying to do. I can't make you do it, brother, sister. I can't make you listen. All I can do is give you the information and you do with it whatever you please. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna always agree. I used to think that I always had to like every black man or woman that I came in contact with. I thought I had to agree with them. And now as a 50-something-year-old man, I realize that I don't have to like everybody, that everybody ain't gotta like me. We just got to respect each other. The problem with black people is that we're hurt people, we're broken people, and all we know how to do is break and hurt each other because that's all we know. And what I'm trying to help you do is rise above that brokenness and start being the black woman and the black man that I know you can be and that I know I can be. And that's why I'm fighting every day, even though my health might not be 100%, even though physically I don't feel 100% because of my experiences in combat. But at the same time, I strive to keep fighting every day. You guys give me a reason to keep fighting. So I don't do these live streams just because I'm trying to lecture. I also do them because that gives me a chance to have something to fight for. I'm fighting for you. And I want you to be well educated well before the election of 2020. I want you to be in the trenches already, making shit happen, causing commotion with the Democratic Party, because we want to make sure they understand all the way up to November, whatever it is going to be, the Debt Tuesday, Big Tuesday 2020 in November. We want to make sure that the Democrats understand that they will not get our votes unless they break bread. Case closed. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. It's either this or remember that song, you could get with this or you could get with that. You could get with this or you could get with that. You could get with this or you could get with that. That's it. That's the way it is. That's why I love that song, because it's either you're going to get with this or you're going to get with the bullshit. What's your choice, dog? Huh? Are you going to keep fighting yourself? Are you going to keep fighting me? Are you going to keep fighting your sisters? Are you going to keep fighting your brothers? Or are you going to stand with all of the rest of your brothers and sisters and say, no more? Democratic Party, we ain't taking your shit no more. We're not taking any more of your candidates. We're not taking no more bullshitting shitty, granny candidates. If they not breaking us off of a chunk, then you can take your candidate and stuff him up your ass. That better be your attitude now, not in November of 2020. Now. You shouldn't even be thinking about voting for none of them losers. They're a bunch of clowns. You got Mayor Booty Cheeks. Who gonna vote for his fruity ass? Cory Booker's a closet homosexual. I ain't voting for his sweet, sweet cheeks. I ain't voting for his ass either. Got black men calling in on Reverend Al's show talking about, well, I sound like bitches. Well, I like Kamala Harris. I like what she said. You sound like a bitch. That's what women say. I like somebody. What you should be saying is, I ain't heard nothing about no reparations. I ain't heard no dollar amount. Guess none of these motherfuckers are getting my vote. That's what you should be calling in saying. And some of them brothers do call in. Some of them brothers and sisters do call Reverend Al's show and be like, and say that shit. And Reverend Al hurry ups and gets them off the air. Okay? Whenever a brother calls in and say, Reverend Al, you leading us to slaughter. You leading us to slaughter, you civil rights leaders. Reverend Al, hurry up and get that person off the phone. That's why I listen to his show, because I want to see what kind of bullshit he out here running. Reverend Jackson, we just had the Rainbow Push Coalition convention. And all the candidates came by to talk to the Rainbow Push. Reverend Jackson ain't doing nothing but slanging dick. That's all that nigga been doing for the past 60 years. It's a wonder he ain't got other outside kids out there. Because I heard about Reverend Jesse Jackson years ago that he was a pussy hound. See, this economic and sociology lesson you getting tonight, you'll never get this at a HBCU. You'll never get this at a HBCU. See, this is why I know my worth. Because I do the research and then I come and get in front of you guys and I spit. Okay? I'm not going to lead you down a rabbit hole of failure. See, my parents generation did that to us. And then my generation did that to y'all. Understand? We can't keep leading all of us down the same rabbit hole of failure. I just went to the library. This is the one good thing about being in a country town. You can go to the library and rent the movies for free. Because, when you in a big city, them movies ain't never in there, are they? Especially if they first run movies. They ain't never in their library. Man, I'll be going, I rented Vice, that movie with Christian Bale. That movie's funny as hell. with Dick Cheney. Man, Dick Cheney was a motherfucker, man. Y'all see that movie Vice? Boy, Dick Cheney was running that White House. He was running that White House. Bush wasn't doing nothing but chilling. He was chilling. That's why he wanted him as his running mate. Shit, it's starting to get dark already, man. Don't be getting this dark down there where I am. Shit, man, my thing is behind. It's 9 o'clock. I'm sitting up here, I got 7:15 on here. Shit. Let me change this thing real quick. Adjust time. Fix this shit. Man, this thing taking all goddamn day. But ladies and gentlemen, let me, okay, there we go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this to you, brothers and sisters. Look, by the way, if you got to travel today on the 4th of July, please be careful. The popo is out. They all over this mug, okay? And they looking for drunk folks and folks that are high. So be careful. And and by the way, even more importantly, you may be sober, but assume that all these other fools out here on the road are not. And I'm telling you, I've had some people almost knock my ass off driving around here. I don't drive that fast. I don't drive slow, but I don't drive that fast either. And boy, I've had people get all up on my bumper. I'm like, damn, what you doing, homie? You drunk? The Democratic debate, I don't know if all of you guys had a chance to see it the other day, last week. I didn't see it, but I was able to see the highlights. I was traveling while the debate was going on. So I didn't catch it until, and then too, I didn't have no TV, I didn't have no cable or no satellite TV, so I couldn't watch it anyway. And I actually didn't care because I knew I was gonna get the highlights of it. Damn, bitch, you ugly as a motherfucker. You look like Andre the Giant. Look like Andre the Giant's mama. Hey, Vonnie, I'm up here where you at, man. Hey, OG, I know. Hey, you ain't in town, are you? Hey, I went looking for Cuz, and I guess him and the wife were out, so I guess I'll catch them tomorrow. But hey, I'm about 3 or 4 hours from here, man. Yeah, I'm not in the state though. I'll talk to you offline, brother. But I'm not too far from you guys, man. I'm about 3.5 hours away from you guys. But I drove up here this morning. I brought some of that good kush. I thought maybe me and you better puff pass, but see, I don't know if you in town, brother. But anyway, hope you and your family doing well, man. I didn't see the debates, but I knew it was going to be a dog and pony show, and you got Corey Sweetback Booker. You had his ass up there. He had his silly ass up there speaking Spanish. See, and you know what really made me mad, even before we get into the debate? You know what really pissed me off? Nancy Pelosi announced last week some LGBT bill. Black folks. Not one time did they mention black anything during that debate. If they did, I stand corrected. I stand corrected if they did. I don't think they did, but I did hear in the highlights, I heard LGBT, I don't know how many times. What about LGBT? What about illegal immigrants? You see how they put all these other motherfucking groups on top of you, but they only want you to vote for them for nothing, to get nothing in return. They expect you for the 500th year to eat a nothing burger while they offer homosexuals and criminals who have broken into your country, they offer them resources and don't give you shit. Now, how does that make you feel? Huh? I'll wait. How does that make you feel? That they keep insulting us like that. They don't even hide it. They don't hide that they don't want to even be bothered with us. They don't even want to be bothered with us. Do you know how embarrassing that is? I was reading Yahoo News the other day. And they had this mammy. They did an article. You know, you always have to watch these articles when they do articles on black people. They did an article on this black woman. This bitch had the nerve to get upset. They had the nerve to get upset. She had the nerve to get upset that a white woman got on a flight, saw that she was black, and asked the flight attendant to seat her somewhere else. You know what I would have said? You know what I would have said if that shit would have happened to me? First of all, I would have been probably in custody. You'd have been seeing my black ass. You'd be like, damn, they got the ice. I can imagine y'all niggas looking at Yahoo News. Said, man, that nigga look like the Iceman. Is that nigga in cuffs coming off the plane? Okay? I'd have been like, bitch, you ain't got to sit here. I don't give a fuck if your devil ass don't want to sit here. Fuck you. And they would have carted me off the plane. I don't give a fuck. That's how much I don't care. I don't care what they think of us. I don't care what they think of me. They think I'm crazy. Most Caucasian people, when they come across me, they think I'm crazy. Seriously. They think I'm out of my fucking mind. because they ain't never dealt with a black man that looked them in the eye and told them to go fuck themselves. And I'll do it because I don't care. You can't do no more to me than you done already done to me. So I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. I ain't living in fear like some of you niggas. I ain't living in fear. I'm a rider. I've always been a rider. You ask anybody that know me. I ain't never been the bitch nigga. I'll tell you exactly what I think of you because I don't want a job from you. I ain't got to beg you for a fucking position at your company. I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say. You ain't going to see. You can check my social media page all you want, motherfucker, because I don't work for you. But they be firing people over disagreeing with people. I done seen white people get fired over disagreeing with somebody over some shit like immigration. And then the shit they said wasn't even gangster. It was just like, I don't agree that these people should get benefits because they're not U.S. citizens. This motherfucker come to work, fired. They be firing people over that kind of shit. And any of these corporations or any of these corporations that are out here giving illegal immigrants shit over you ought to boycott their asses. You ought to not spend no more money with them because that's bullshit. That's bullshit. See, the reason why a lot of these corporations pull the shit that they pull is because they know black folks won't boycott their asses. Let me say this before I get back to the debates. There is when people racial dissension in this country is planned. Let me say that again. Racial dissension. If you think racial dissension in this country is just happens just willy-nilly style, you're mistaken. That this is a known federal government and states governments ploy to keep races feuding with each other so that we do not pay attention to who's really fucking us. That's why feminism was created by the CIA and instituted by by operatives like Gloria Allred, Gloria Steinem, going all the way back to the eugenics movement. Going back to Margaret Sanger. Now, y'all, you got folks walking around here talking about Joe Biden is my man. You got Sambo niggas calling up on Reverend Al's show talking about Joe Biden's their guy. Oh, Joe Biden, that's my guy. And yet Joe Biden was buddy with Strom Thurmond's ass. Mr. Segregation himself. Thinson, that Mississippi senator. He was buddy with him. And you know what Biden said? To all you folks out there that plan on voting for Biden, because Biden's going to get the nomination. All you fools out there who plan on voting Democrat, whether it don't matter who it is, it could be a gorilla for all you care. It could be a fucking scarecrow for all you care. You just voting with whoever's got a D behind their name. Let me tell your dumb ass something. You know what Joe Biden said when somebody fronted his ass out about being friends with all these segregationists? You know what he said? Ain't none of them call me boy. If you don't listen to nothing else come out of Biden's mouth, that was enough for me. Actually, I was done with his ass before. I was done with his ass when he was vice president. Okay? I don't give a fuck about Biden. He said that shit. He said, none of them called me boy. Do you know how disrespectful that is? See, if you a Sambo or a coon or a mammy or a Negro bedwench, that shit went right over your head. You don't even understand what I just said. You don't get it, what he said. You don't get it, and you never will. And that's sad. He said that shit. He said it. Biden is an old school, die-in-the-wool, racist ass Democrat. That's what Biden is. And those of you, well, he was Obama's running mate. Shit, look what he said about Obama's ass when they were in the primaries. Biden has always been known as a racist. And all of his kids are bums. The ones who are still alive anyway. Got one son got some crackhead. Got kicked out of the Navy. His daughter's a bum too. I don't know what her deal. I think she got a drug problem too, or she's a hoe. It's something like that. She been exhibiting antisocial behavior too. You go out here and vote for Biden if you want to, since you think he's such a good guy. Biden is a 10 toes down in the game white supremacist. And he always has been. That's why he was buddy with Strom Thurmond and Thinnis and some of them other segregationists down there. And if you vote for him, you're a goddamn fool. Well, I gotta vote for somebody. No, you don't. You're gonna get fucked no matter who's in the White House. So you might as well might as well sit it out. You ain't gonna get what you want, you sit it out. That's what smart people do. White people won't just vote for anybody. They'll sit it out. They ain't stupid like black people. They'll just sit it out. They'll be like, fuck it, I ain't vote for that. I ain't vote for that dude. I ain't voting for white folks was like, wait a minute, Hillary, Trump. Okay? They didn't want Hillary's ass in there. Hillary pissed a lot of people off while she was a first lady. And I'm gonna tell you where it started, let me tell you where Hillary Clinton fucked herself when she was still first lady and they asked her about supporting Bill Clinton. And she made this statement, and I'm paraphrasing. She said, what do you, just because I'm a wife don't expect me to be at home baking cookies. That's what she said. That's what she said. Don't expect me to be at home baking cookies. And now to the ignorant ear, you're going to hear that and go, oh, that wasn't that bad. Bullshit, it wasn't. That was a total insult to a lot of these Caucasian females who stay at home. Even the ones that work didn't want to hear that. That was an insult because a lot of these women are about a lot of these Caucasian women are about that life when it comes to their families. They ain't like they ain't like Hillary Clinton, who might have some questionable lesbian leanings. Okay, allegedly. Okay. Okay. Letterman's flight on Saturday got canceled after it was delayed for nearly 8 hours. Sun Country tells us 4 of its aircrafts were pulled for maintenance. That triggered cancel. Okay. She pissed a lot of people off. The white women didn't like that shit. You don't insult mothers like that. If you want to get women to vote for you, you better be talking about family leave. You better be talking about medical benefits. You better be talking about jobs. If a woman wants to raise her children and then go out there and work, get in the workforce, we're going to have a job for you. You better be talking that kind of shit. You better be talking, tax breaks for families. That's the kind of stuff you got to be talking about to get women to vote for you. You don't get up there talking about what do you expect me to do? Bake cookies for my family. I don't do that. Basically, she was insulting women who like taking care of their families. But yet, what did Hillary do? What did Hillary's cowardly ass do? Oh, what she do? She blamed black voters. The black vote didn't come out for me. You didn't offer anything. That's why. Why would we vote for you? You ain't got shit to offer. We're not going to go another 400 years not getting nothing. While you give this group something and that group something and this group over there something and all that something that they give all these other groups, black folks, that's your resources they giving them, not the white man's resources. They're giving them your resources. So now if you got any form of a brain inside your noggin, you need to understand that you better be black first, nigga. Because they're giving your resources to everybody else. And you too stupid to see it. And it ain't gonna get any easier for you. They talking about LGBT. The LGBT community, especially if we talk about white LGBT, got way more paper than we'll ever have. You go out there on the West Coast and see how some of them homos live. They living in $1 million houses. Them and their little boyfriend. They don't need nothing extra. What they need more extra resources for? They already got all the resources. You the one sitting up here starving. They talking about giving them some shit over your black ass. And here you are, the one that's really hurting out here. Let me tell you something, in America, nobody is hurt. Now look, I ain't gonna front. Native Americans in some cases are worse off than we are. But they the only group that's worse off than us. The rest of these motherfuckers, fuck them. Matter of fact, I don't give a fuck about no Indians because some of them they ain't real Indians anyway. They $5 Indians anyway. They ain't nothing but white folks with long ass hair. They ain't real Indians. Indians look like us. And up here, you do see some nappy-headed Indians. You dig? Hey, man, Sarah says, Jay, you saw that too? You caught that? I told everybody to see that movie, American Made. That little part in there where Clinton, when Clinton's little dirt got put out there. I told y'all about that shit. See, you got to do dirt to get in the White House. Obama cut his teeth doing his dirt, setting up Africa to be raped by America and Europe. You got black folks up here to be like, man, it ain't really there. It ain't racist up here. Man, it ain't racist up here, man. Shoo, they let you have white girls. Shoo. Yeah, look at the white girls you got access to. Okay? A good number of them look like Andre the Giant. A good number of them look like the crack end of my ass. Okay? Very seldom do you see an average brother with a badass white girl that's at least an 8, 9, or 10. Very seldom. You see some, but very few. Most of them are usually fat and ugly, skinny and ugly, or just straight ugly, or just average, extra average. Ain't none of them dimes. Okay? I don't want some other races of men's leftovers. I want what he want. You understand me? But better yet, I don't want no white woman. I want a black woman. And even though I may live in a corridor that has very few black women, I've still run into some. Just like up here. Just like up here in the Twin City when I used to live up here. I've dated black women up here. I've dated black women up here because when I have met black women, they say, are you one of these black men that don't date black women? I said, oh, no, I ain't one of them. I ain't one of them. They like, oh, I just thought you was one of these brothers that don't date black women. I said, well, I don't date hood rats. And there's plenty of them up here. See, when you go to these areas, well, really, no matter where you live, you're going to see hood rat black women. But in these areas where there are very few black women, a lot of these black women be ghetto. Man, I come in the hotel today. Oh, there was some welfare queens up in this motherfucker. They nasty ass kids running around yelling. And then, some of the black men had they little look like Hispanic girlfriends or wives, or they white wives. And I'm just like, look, nigga. Kids all dirty, kids running in and out the pool. You could tell they ain't never been nowhere. I'm like, how these niggas get up in here? I started to check back out. I started to go back to the front desk and be like, hey man, I don't even want to stay here, dude. This is supposed to be a 3-star hotel, and you got these motherfuckers up here? How they get up in here? How they afford to stay up in here? They gotta be 22 a room. How they got enough money to stay up in here? And their mama looked like her weave looked like a shag carpet. You understand me? Don't let these people fool you, man. Don't let it. Look, let me tell you something. Let me holler at y'all for a second. And by the way, if you guys could you hit the like button? Thank you. And by the way, you can donate via the Cash App. The Cash App is my Cash App ID is $ the Iceman 1906, or you can donate at asktheiceman.com. Just scroll down to the donate button and donate there. If you're out there in these streets, be careful. You got a lot of fools driving around drunk and high, so be careful. You digs? The Democratic debate was a farce, but if you looked at it for entertainment value, that's all you could have watched it for, because there was nothing substantive that was of value to you as a black person, because you had 23 liars up there. Now, now Tulsi Gabbard, I like looking at her, but I ain't voting for her either. The chick from Hawaii, as your boy Ricky Smiley say, Hawaii. Okay. But Tulsi Gabbard is the only one she's kind of easy on the eyes, but for that reason, that's it. She don't bring nothing to the table either. She's serving you a nothing burger, just like the other 22 idiots. I thought it was gangster what Kamala Harris did. It was gangster. She took, that hit that Biden took from her on debate night, that actually made his approval rate, it made his popularity go down. He's down to like 31%. He's below Kamala Harris now. Now, does that sound like a candidate that can beat Trump? Huh? Nobody knows Kamala Harris really outside of California before all this, Willie Brown stuff that popped up and all of that evil shit she did as county prosecutor and attorney general of California. Nobody knew who she was. And all that dumb shit she said about listening to Tupac and Snoop Dogg back in the 80s when they were still in high school. She kicked Biden's ass. But Biden looked like a scared old man up there. He looked like a scared old man. He looked, y'all know who Joe Biden looked like. Let me tell you who Joe Biden looked like. You know who Joe Biden look like? Have y'all seen that dude that be doing them puppets? That Jeff Dunham? Have you ever seen his act? He's funny as a motherfucker. He be in Vegas all the time. He has this little doll that looks like an old man. He's like this. That's who Joe Biden look like. Look up Jeff Dunham. Google Jeff Dunham and look up and he'll show all his little dolls. And you'll see that little old man that look like that. That's who Joe Biden looked like. That's who he looked like when he got mad when Kamala Harris attacked his ass. Because they was clowning him. They was clowning him this week, saying that he trying to appease middle of the road white voters now because he knows blacks under 50 ain't gonna vote for his ass. The only black people who are gonna vote for Biden are scary old niggas my age and older. Ain't nobody else. These young brothers and sisters ain't voting for Biden. They'll just sit it out. Because unlike old black folks like my parents, we'll sit on our hands and be like, I ain't voting. I told you he looked like that dog, man. I told you he looked like that motherfucker, man. Telling y'all, man. Biden done. You can stick a fork in his ass. He done. He done. Biden's done. The Democratic Party is done again for this election cycle. They done. And all that old bullshit. Oh, we had a green wave. We had a blue wave. We had a blue wave last November. Yeah. What did it do for me? It didn't do shit for me. And it didn't do shit for you. And as a black man, a self-respecting black man or woman, you ought to say, until I hear what I want to hear, which is cut that check and how much, I'm sitting on my hands just like this on come election time. Because I ain't under no pressure to vote. You don't vote because because your grandmama couldn't vote. You vote because there's something to vote for. Or somebody who you vote for somebody who's going to do something for your group. You don't vote for somebody just because you scared. You don't vote for somebody just because you too scared to sit it out. Because the first thing here's how they get old niggas my age and older. This is how they get us to vote. They'll say some old evil ass shit like this. They'll say, well, you know, Iceman, if you don't vote for Biden, because he gonna get the nomination, if you don't vote for Biden, that means 4 more years of Trump. And you know what my response to that is? So? I just went through 8 years of Obama and I ain't no better off. Matter of fact, I'm worse off. Why? Because if you don't fit in a system of white supremacy and racism, if you don't fix these kinds of social problems, all they do is get swept under the rug and they get bigger and bigger and bigger and nastier and nastier and nastier. This race war that's already in effect as we speak is going to get worse. That's why the smart black men are buying weapons and flak vests because they know sooner or later something's going to pop off. And all you scary niggas, all you church going niggas, if you think white Jesus, who doesn't even exist, is going to protect you from a hollow point bullet, you keep dreaming, nigga. I'm going to put on the breastplate of righteousness. And I'm going to go run in front of this 9mm gun that this white supremacist got. Go ahead, shoot me, redneck. I got the breastplate of righteousness. You can't do nothing to me. Pop, 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 pop. Nigga, your ass start looking like your ass. Your ass start looking lit up like Denzel on training day at the end of the movie. Pop, 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 pop. Get lit up like a motherfucker. And then after that white supremacist done lit your ass up, then he stand over your ass with his gun still smoking, talking about, how's that breastplate of righteousness now, nigga? Thought it was gonna protect you, huh, nigga? Your dumb black ass. Do you know white folks don't even believe that religious shit? They don't even believe that shit, and they go to church. Some of them go to church every Sunday. They still go wake up with white supremacy, and they go to bed believing in white supremacy and all that other shit in between. That's just bullshit. At the end of the day, it's all about white supremacy. And if in the day you wake up and realize that, you're gonna be a lot happier. That's why I ain't worried about shit. Ain't because I got big money or nothing like that. The reason why I ain't worried about shit, because I ain't scared of none of them motherfuckers. I ain't scared of them motherfuckers. You do what you gotta do, man. You gonna do something to me? Go ahead and do what you gotta do. You can best believe I'm gonna lay your ass flat. I had a white dude try to step to me one time and when I was living in Vancouver. Go sit up here, try to step to me. And I stepped to his ass. And I said, hey, man, let me tell you something. I don't know who you think you talking to. I ain't one of these niggas, these Washington State niggas. I'll lay your ass flat. Okay? That motherfucker didn't want to smoke either. He backed up off me too. Because at the end of the day, they fucking cowards. They ain't gonna step to you like no man. Just like them Hispanic dudes. It's 100 of them on one black dude. And y'all up here trying to help these motherfuckers get money? I ain't helping none of them dirty motherfuckers get nothing. You go tell them I said it. Fuck them. I hope they starve. They don't deserve welfare. They don't deserve WIC. They don't deserve shit. And I hope Trump cuts their ass off this next 4 years coming up, because he getting reelected. And all you Sambo, coon ass niggas out here who think that black folks are going to be worse off just because of Trump, you go ahead and vote for Biden's ass, you dumb motherfucker. And Biden will lose. And Trump will be in there 4 more years. And after Trump get done, here come Pence. And you think Trump's an asshole. Pence is a religious zealot. And he's a white supremacist. Just ask the good citizens, the good residents of Indiana about his ass. He can't stand them LGBT motherfuckers, and he can't stand them illegals. Now, I know black folks are saying, well, they ain't on our asses. Good. Let them tear their ass up, because sooner or later, they're going to get around to us. I just hope that, we have our shit together by then. Kung Fu Joe. Oh hell no, they don't want no black woman as no damn as no gang as weave in chief. Okay. And because somebody was saying the other day that uh Kamala Marsala Harris has a chance because she got a white husband. That man, dude, that white husband shit, you reading too much into that, bruh. Anybody that thinks that her white husband gets her some cool points with white folks is a damn fool. Like I said, they snuck Obama past people. They ain't gonna sneak Kamala Harris past nobody. Okay, that they ain't gonna let that shit happen again. Well, we're gonna get another black president. That ain't gonna happen again, player. Real talk. Cause see, if a lot of them white folks had not lost their jobs, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But Obama, we complained about Obama not doing nothing for us. Well, Obama didn't do nothing for them either. So they was about tired of his ass. They was like, nigga, we voted for you and you still didn't do shit for us? Oh, hell no. And a lot of those same Obama voters voted for Trump. And they gonna vote the white supremacy ticket probably the rest of their lives because Obama shitted on them. A lot of you guys ain't got time to break a lot of this stuff down. There's a lot of angry white people out here. And they're mad at Obama just like we're mad at Obama. Because somebody was talking about on Reverend Al showed earlier today, obviously it's a yesterday's show. Somebody called in and said, how come Obama ain't stumping for Biden? Because Obama is toxic, fool. Black folks black people under 50 don't want to see no Obama's ass. They don't want to fuck with Obama. Don't get it twisted, dog. See, a lot of you niggas be getting caught up in the bullshit because you don't know any better. And I'm trying to tell your black ass what's really going on. Don't believe the hype, dog. Don't get caught up in the bullshit. And a lot of y'all be getting caught up in the okie doke. And that's why a lot of y'all end up going out here voting and don't get shit in return. See, at least a lot of people get on my ass. They say, well, man, you ain't shit for not voting. Motherfucker, you ain't shit for voting. You's the dummy, the guy that knows ain't nothing to vote for and don't vote, or the person that know ain't shit out there to vote for but vote anyway. Who's the fool? I'll wait. Fuck out of here. See, this is the stuff that the Democratic Party ain't gonna tell you. Because they want you to sit there and believe that you can vote your way out of poverty. You can't vote your way out of poverty. You can't vote your way into prosperity, black folks. That's why we need each other. We need to pull our money together. We can't afford to keep throwing money out the door like we do. Not supporting black-owned businesses. Not starting black-owned businesses. This election. Let me tell you something about this 2020 election. This is going to be a make it or break it election year in a lot of ways. And let me explain why. capitalism, which is another word for white supremacy, is on its way out. And it's on its way out all over the world. And nature is starting to take its course in wiping these white supremacists off the face of the earth genetically. And that's why even 70 years ago, 60 years ago, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was saying that America is falling. He was saying that 60 years ago. Anytime you got to start making weed legal because your state is broke, does that sound like a rich country to you? And once they legalize weed, and prostitution is right up the alley. Why? Because you got too many no pussy getting niggas out here of all races. And you got so many men and women out here wound so goddamn tight. See, back when I was a young man, everybody was fucking. That's what people were supposed to do. Now you got all this feminist bullshit going on out here. Oh, I'm not going to fuck you. You got to take me out for a year before I think about sucking your dick. And you got dudes going along with that shit. Not the Iceman. He said, a little taco meat on the cookie, huh? Stupid nigga. He said the robots. All right now. Some of y'all niggas gonna be buying some of them $30,000 robots. Talking about you can't find a woman. I tell you what, I'd rather be up in the house by myself than have a goddamn robot up in the house. That shit is not happening. But like I said, man, y'all, I'm telling y'all, man, it's about to get real bad. You think it's bad? You think it got bad under Obama? It's about to get worse. Because it's going to take a minute for them tariffs to kick in. It's starting to bear fruit, but you know, the media don't want to admit it. Okay? One indication that the tariffs are working or was working even before the tariffs was the fact that the dollar is strong right now as it against other currencies. That's an indication. People, let me explain something to you. When the dollar is strong, and then you got these people on CNBC and MSNBC talking shit, talking about you know, America's this and that, and America's doing so bad, and yet the dollar is still strong. You got to be like, we don't follow the gold standard, and the dollar is strong. Somebody doing something right. See, they don't want to admit that. See, the liberals don't want to admit that shit, that Obama didn't even do that. But I'm gonna tell you this, you're right. Well, inflation is you won't see inflation increase too much. And let me explain why. We always have inflation. And the Federal Reserve is going to make sure we have inflation. We already know that, OG Loke. Say something we don't know. Man, don't just be in my chat room blurting stuff out, man. I don't like it when guys do that, man. Make you look ignorant. Look, I'm gonna take a quick break. Hey, man, look, we need to get these donations up let's get these donations up, guys. If you haven't donated, let's get these donations together. Guys, some of y'all ain't donated in months. Let's get it cracking. You got some guys that have donated that aren't even regular donators. Let's get these donations up. Let's stop going back to this freeload mentality shit. Okay, let's not start this. That's another reason why I didn't do the show. Okay, I could have done the show at least once or twice in between these 2.5 weeks, but one of the reasons I didn't do it is because of this type of shit. Let's not do that. Let's get these Facebook. Where's the donations popping? Come on, man. Let's get it cracking. Let's get it cracking. Got all these working people in the chat room and nobody's donating. And some of you guys are so chicken shit, you won't even like the damn video yet you sitting up here watching. Don't be chicken shit, man. That's being chicken shit. Yeah, I said it. Because you don't have to watch. You can do something else. Hell, it's the 4th of July. I didn't expect this many people to be in the room. But don't sit here and be an asshole and not participate. Be back in 2 and 2. Can I fuck Miss Parker? Can I get that ass, Miss Parker? No, 207. I'm sorry. Yeah, that universal payment or whatever that was, that what's his name, that Yang dude was talking about, that's a bunch of bullshit. That's not even feasible. That's not feasible. And it doesn't make sense to do that anyway. Now, if he said he was just going to give it to people, give it to everybody that makes less than 100,000 a year, then that might be something, because that would stimulate the economy. You see what I'm saying? You give money to the people at the bottom, and because they're going to spend most of their pay on living expenses anyway, and they are the ones that fuel the economy. Okay, not the people that make $1 million a year. The people who make $1 million a year are sitting on their money. You'd be surprised how cheap millionaires are. You'd be surprised how cheap they are. They won't spend a lovely evening. They don't tip. They don't do shit, especially if you black and you waiting on them. Okay? Ask some of these people who work for some of these actors and these producers and directors up in Hollywood. I worked in Hollywood. Some of these guys making $20 million a movie won't pay you shit. Won't give you a $5 tip. Okay? But yet they walk around here telling that lie that black people don't tip. You dig? Oh yeah, yeah. I don't. Yeah, China is already very much so automated. We are the only ones. We are only one of the only societies that try to act like we so technologically advanced and we ain't. Not compared to some of these other countries. You go over there to China, you go to their auto factories, you barely see any people in there. That's why so many of us are out of work, because we got obsolete skills. And black folks have that real bad. Black people have black folks like to always compare themselves to Hispanics. Well, they ain't got no skills. Well, they ain't got no skills. So why we gotta have some skills? Dummy. The reason why you gotta have some skills, because they'll tolerate them not having any. But their time is number two. There's only going to be so much time that they're going to be needed. Only so much time, dog. Remember, American corporations don't want to spend don't want to pay you anything. If they could get away with not paying you at all, they would. So who you think they're going to pay first? The engineer that runs 10 robots, or the 10 workers who costing them more money than one robot? Huh? Who you think they're going to pay first? Who you think they're going to get rid of? You or the robots? That's the equation black folks don't want to hear about. The day of you rolling up to even fast food restaurants in 5 years and talking to an actual person are going to be a thing of the past. They might have one person working in there running all them robots, and all these single moms who thought they could, use their vagina as an ATM. As a way to get up in the world. You're gonna be sitting there with all your dirty kids broke. You ain't even gonna be able to get a job at McDonald's, because McDonald's is gonna be ran by 2 or 3 people in 5 or 6 robots. Yeah. Tesla factories are very automated. The problem is most people can't afford their cars, and they need to keep tweaking their infrastructure. You have to see, the problem with a car company is, even if you're popular, you still got to keep pumping billions of dollars into it to keep it running. You need you need at least a minimum of $1 billion just to get one. If you want to build one car, one type of car, it takes $1 billion minimum just to get it from concept to an actual floor model. Yeah, they got them kind of gas stations already. Ain't got nobody working in there. All you do is pull up, put your debit card in, your credit card in there, and that's it. So, like I said, let me tell you guys something, and we're gonna have to shut this down. Let me say this. Let me say something to y'all. The people who are really going to be hurt by understanding by not understanding technology is going to be women. Okay, the people who are going to be hurt the worst from an automated society are going to be women, especially Black women and Hispanic women. They're going to get hurt. They're going to get hurt the worst because they're going to be the least educated. For all these shit talking, big mouth Black women getting women's studies degrees from DeVry and National American University and ITT and University of Phoenix. The rest of these Black women, these hood rats, they won't even be able to get that job at Burger King or Wiener Schnitzel. That job won't be there. It already ain't there. Sancho and Maria are taking them jobs. So you have to ask yourself, what is Ray and Pookie still gonna hustle? They still gonna go out there and sell dope. But what are the single moms? What is the average single mom gonna do? She's gonna starve because all of that shit talking and all of that fat mouthing and all of that talking out the side of her ass for the last 50 years. I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to end up ass out. Those women, let me tell you something. Those women who don't have a degree in STEM or business related or business or accounting, they're going to starve. Because brothers ain't going to want to take care of them. Brothers ain't trying to take care of ain't trying to take care of nobody, man. See, Black men are now starting to realize that you can't get no free ass out here without being able to take care of a woman. You can't get no free ass out here. So what's happening is you have so many Black. That's why so many Black people are falling behind, and that's why you got so many Black folks going to church. You got some of these Black folks that go to church because they know they ain't got nothing to offer nobody, so they go to church because they scared. Maybe somebody at church will help them out. Those days are over with. You already see Ray and Pookie and Day Day and them falling behind. And Shaniqua and them falling behind. You already see indications of that today. Let alone with Trump being in there 4 more years. You already see that. It's almost becoming unbearable and too expensive to live in major cities. That's why I moved away from a major city, because it's too expensive. Let me tell you something. The reason why San Antonio, you know why San Antonio is still cheap to live? Because it's in broke ass the state of Texas. That's one reason. The second reason is, as long as San Antonio stays 65% Hispanic, it'll always be a garbage city. It'll always be a shithole. Okay? I forgot to tell y'all this. Do you know that San Antonio is second to New York City for property crime? Did y'all know that? San Antonio is the 7th largest city in the country, and yet they are second in a list of 20 cities, the 20 largest cities. They are number 2 in property crime. That's another reason why I moved away from there. Even though I lived in a brand new apartment complex, The crime was already starting to make its way over to that side of town. And yet there wasn't nothing over there before. Okay. So I tell, so, you know, when I get in conversations with a lot of brothers and they ask me, they say, Ice, you know, why you be living in these damn near all white enclaves? Dude, I ain't living around a bunch of Negroes, man. Look, keeping it real don't mean you got to live around a bunch of fools. Okay, you ain't got to live around a bunch of ghetto niggas just to prove something. I ain't proving nothing to nobody. Okay? See, people don't mess with me because I don't mess with them. So they don't mess with me. I pay my mortgage or my rent every month. I don't bother nobody. I ain't over there in your yard. My kids ain't in your yard. I ain't over there picking apples off your apple tree in your yard. I don't do shit like that. I leave people alone because I want to be left the fuck alone. You digs? And that's not the way most people are, especially in major cities. They look for people to mess with. And like I said, I had to get out of where I was living. Mainly it was where I was living that was the problem. But also that whole region is just evil. There's always that. I mean, it's just a lot of racist, Confederate flag toting motherfuckers around there. And I got tired of it. I just didn't say anything. But I got tired of going out of the house almost every day, damn near getting into it with somebody or somebody mean mugging me and acting like they want to thump. And then when I go over there and ask them what the hell they keep staring at me for, then they want to sit up there, man, I ain't doing nothing, man, I ain't bothering you. Don't stare at me, dude. I ain't bothering you. What you got to look over here at me for? I ain't kissing your ass. Exactly. I can't be around riffraff. That's why even if I rent a house, I'm gonna drive around the neighborhood, see if I see riffraff. If I see, and I love black folk, I love black people. But if I see a bunch of Ray Rays and Pookies and Day Days sitting out there and a bunch of old hood rats, like I saw a hood rat earlier today. This bitch had a onesie on. I can't be, man, I don't even want to be in a hotel around them people. You digs? I can't be, last Crucible, we a dying breed because a lot of niggas will just live around them hood rat niggas. And they'll be breaking in your car, they be breaking in them niggas' car, be breaking in their house. And they be sitting up there complaining, be like, man, I can't go nowhere. I don't want to be around no white people. You know what? Go ahead and get your house broke into every day then. Because your renter's insurance, they ain't going to cover that shit. They ain't going to keep covering that shit. I love black people, but I don't want to be around hood rats. Love black folks. Now, if you a hardworking brother and you over there with your family and you like, hey, Ice, what's up, man? You know, you a working man. See, brothers like that, I like brothers like that. I'll cross I'll walk over there and meet brothers and sisters like that. But if I see you over there and y'all arguing, you over there fighting, y'all stand out in front of the house smoking weed, I ain't trying to be around that kind of shit, man. You playing music 2 o'clock in the morning, you got your stereo in your car blasting. I don't want to be around that shit. I grew up around that. I ain't gonna be around that as an adult. Exactly. They be like, man, the brown sausage, who that nigga think he is? Let me lighten his load a little bit. Let me take some of that. Let me take some of that air out that nigga tire. He think he's something with his old hard-working ass. You come out there to get in your car. Nigga. They be like, man, who lowered my car, man? Shit, man. I'm serious, man. I got a problem with that. I had my dad cracking up one time. He was like, I said, Dad, I can't live around no hood rats. He started laughing. He said, you ain't got to live around them people. You grew up around them people. You ain't got to live around them people as an adult. That's why I be telling brothers, man, if you 20, 21, 20 years old, you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing popping and you ain't got no criminal record, man, take your ass to the military. Take your ass, go learn how to do IT in the military where they really doing IT. You ain't got to do no internship, none of that. They gonna teach you on the job and you gonna be chilling, okay? And you doing exactly what the people out there in the real job gonna be doing. You can't beat that with a stick, okay? Don't sit up here and languish in the hood and end up getting shot or stabbed or lose your life because it smell good in the hood. I love the hood. Okay. And as soon as you check them niggas, they gon' really go to town on your shit. Okay. I've been there. They gonna go to town on your ass. They hate. Let me tell you something. Hood niggas hate black folks that go to work every day. They hate niggas like us. They hate niggas that work for a living. Because deep down inside, they want to be you. And they can't be for whatever reason. Either they ain't got no discipline and they just can't work no job. They can't stand there for 8 hours. I'll be honest with you, man. I used to hire temp guys. Sometimes in some of the jobs over the years, I had to hire temp jobs. I had to hire temporary workers. And some of these white and black dudes, you could tell they can't sit there for 8 hours and work no job. They can barely stand there for 8 hours and work one day. Some of these guys will leave at lunch and won't come back. Or they come back late and be like, oh man, I got a phone call, man. I'm like, dude, you an hour late from lunch. I gotta send you home. You can't. We don't run a business like this, dude. And then the dude smell like weed. I'm like, come on, brother. Everybody like a little herb, but damn, man, can't you wait till after work? Exactly. Yeah, neighborhood went down to hood. Horrible, man. There's nothing out there. Let me explain something to you, black man. These black women ain't gonna listen to me. Hopefully you listening. Black man, I'm trying to tell you before the shit get too hard for you. It doesn't matter. Look, the point I'm trying to make to y'all, especially today, if no other day, Trump isn't. Don't let these liberals try to act like Trump is the reason why this country's going to hell. This country was going to hell way before Trump. It was going to hell way before Obama, or even way before Bush. Okay? Don't let these people lie to you and tell you that it's something you did wrong, the reason why the country is the way it is, or it's because it's because of some particular politician. It has nothing to do with that. It's the fact that corporations run your country, and they're going to try to squeeze as much out of us as possible and not give us anything in return. If they could get you to work for free and not pay you, they would. Hell, they might even still try it. That's how ruthless these people are. And let me tell you something. That's why I keep telling black men, start to a business as fast as you can. And if you don't know how to start a business, okay, fine. Save your money and become an investor. Stack your chips and invest. Okay? Become a professional investor. You can do it. If you put your mind to it and you do your research, you can do it. You ain't got to have no degree in finance. Some people, that's all they do is invest. They don't start no business, they just invest. But I'm telling you what I'm telling you because I know what's coming. We got another recession coming. I don't know when, but we got another recession coming. And I'm telling you right now, if you thought the last one in 2007 was bad, this one going to be the mother of all recessions. And if you get caught behind the 8 ball with that one, I feel sorry for you, dude, because if you can't feed yourself, what's the next thing? Death. So that's a slow death when you can't find a job. That's a slow death. I think we're in a bad place socially in this country when you got to go to prison in order to get job skills. Ain't that sad? You got to go to prison to get job skills when they should have taught you something before you left high school. I'm telling you, if the white man sneezes, you're going to catch pneumonia. You digs? You tune into the Iceman Show podcast. I'm your host, the Iceman. Saturday, we're going to do the Player Circle podcast. And the topic for Saturday's show, we're going to probably do the show kind of late, okay? Because I'm still going to be out of town most of that day. So we're talking Central Time. So we'll probably do the show about 3 or 4 Central Time, okay? 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. Central Time. So join us on Saturday on the Player Circle podcast. All right. But the topic of the show is going to be dating myths that are out today. What are some dating myths? I probably should say 5 dating myths that black men have to deal with. Okay, so that will be the topic for the show. Remember, we operate off of your donations. So please go to asktheiceman.com, scroll down to the add to cart button, scroll down to the donate button and donate today. Or if you want to donate via the Cash App, that's free. The Cash App is free. There's no fees. You can donate via the Cash App. Okay? You tune into the Iceman Show. I'm your host, the Iceman. Holler at your boy.